This is Coffin, Calm, ASMR, and tonight I'm going to be reading softly a small variety of poems by Edgar Allan Poe. And I will be starting with The Raven because it is the most well known and the most mouth drying. So I'm gonna try to get through it without taking a million breaks. The Raven. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. Ah, distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books a crease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here for evermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door. This is it, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more." Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the darkness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo muttered back the word, "Lenore." Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon I heard again a tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something in my window lattice. Let me see then what the red is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, then with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance he made, not an instant stopped or stayed he, but with mien of lord or lady perched upon my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. "Though thy crest be worn and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly, grim, and ancient graven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Platonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marveled this ungainly foal to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore, for we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on that placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before." Then the bird said, "Nevermore." startled by the stillness broken, by replies so aptly spoken. Doubtless, said I, what it utters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope the melancholy burden bore of never, nevermore. But the raven still beguiling all my sad soul into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then, upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking that this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the foal whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I said divining, with my head at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining, that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining, with the lamplight gloating o'er, she shall press, nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite and nepenthe, from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, O quaff, this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore, quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing or evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempter sent, or whether tempest tossed, thee here ashore. Desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore, quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing or evil, prophet still if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell the soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aidenn it shall clasp a saint maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that word or sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieking upstarting, get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thou soul hath spoken. Leave thy loneliness unbroken, quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting, on the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore. Spirits of the dead. Thy soul shall find itself alone, mid dark thoughts of the grey tombstone, not one of all the crowd to pry into fine hour of secrecy. Be silent in that solitude, which is not loneliness, for then the spirits of the dead who stood in life before thee are again, and death around thee, and their will shall overthrow thee. Be still. And the night, though clear, shall frown, and the stars shall not look down from their high thrones in the heaven, with light like hope no to mortals given, but their red orbs without beam defy weariness shall seem as a burning and a fever which would cling to thee forever. Now our thoughts shall not banish, now our visions ne'er to vanish. From thy spirit shall they pass, no more like dewdrops from the grass. The breeze, the breath of God is still, and the mist upon the hill, shadowy, shadowy yet unbroken, is a symbol and a token, how it hangs upon the trees, a mystery of mysteries. The happiest day, the happiest hour. 1. The happiest day, the happiest hour, my seared and blighted heart have known, the highest hope of pride and power, I feel half flown. 2. Of power, said I, yes, such I ween, but they have vanished long, alas, the visions of my youth have been, but let them pass. 3. And pride, what have I now with thee? Another brow may even inherit the venom thou hast poured on me. Be still, my spirit. 4. The happiest day, the happiest hour, mine eyes shall see, have ever seen, the brightest glance of pride and power, I feel have been. 5. But where that hope of pride and power, now offered with the pain, even then I felt the brightest hour would not live again. 6. For on its wing was dark alloy, and as it fluttered fell an essence powerful to destroy a soul that knew it well. Okay. Alone. From childhood's hour I have not been, as others were I have not seen, as others saw I could not bring my passions from a common spring. From the same source I have not taken, my sorrow I could not awaken, my heart to joy at the same tone, and all I loved alone. Thou in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life, was drawn from every depth of good and ill, from the mystery which binds me still, from the torrent of the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold, from the lighting in the sky as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm, and the cloud that took the form, when the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view. 2. Blank. I heed not that my earthly lot have little of earth in it, that years of love have been forgot in the hatred of a minute. I mourn not that the desolate are happier sweet than I, but that you sorrow for my fate, who am a passer-by. To the river. Fair river, in thy bright, clear flow of crystal wandering water, thou art an emblem of the glow of beauty, the unhidden heart, the playful maziness of art in old Alberto's daughter. But when within thy wave she looks, which glistens then and trembles, why then the prettiest of brooks her worshipper resembles. For in his heart, as in thy stream, her image deeply lies, his heart which trembles at the beam of her soul-searching eyes. Serenade. So sweet the hour, so calm the time, I feel it more than half a crime, when nature sleeps and stars are mute, to mar the silence even with lute. At rest on ocean's brilliant dyes, an image of Elysium lies. Even Pleiades entranced in heaven form in the deep another seven. Endymion nodding from above sees in the sea a second love. Within the valleys dim and brown, and on the spectral mountain's crown, the wearied light is dying down, and earth and stars and sea and sky are redolent of sleep, as I am redolent of thee and thine, enthralling love, my Adeline. But list, oh list, so soft and low, thy lover's voice tonight shall flow, that, scarce awake, foul soul shall deem my words of music of a dream. That scarce awake, thy soul shall deem my words the music of a dream. Thus, while no single sound too rude upon thy slumber shall intrude, our thoughts, our souls, O God above, in every detail shall mingle love. That's all I'm gonna do for tonight. I hope you were able to sit back and relax and maybe fall asleep. I hope you have a good night and stay spooky. Goodbye.